So what we're talking about is EDA. And as of last night, we're hearing from the key players, the key names in the EDA space, that they're now free to do business in China. What do we need to know?
Yeah, that's right. So this is a strange one. It was just in May when we found out from the companies that they were going to have these export restrictions on China. Their EDA software is necessary to be able to design semiconductors. It was also strange the way that it got announced. It was the companies that actually revealed these new restrictions. It was not the Commerce Department, which is the agency behind that. Again, this time it's kind of similar. We had Siemens come out first. Cadence Design Systems and Synopsys are also affected here. They came out and then they said, in fact, those restrictions are now being rolled back. They're not going to have the same kind of restrictions on servicing and supporting, selling into China to support their customers. So what's going on behind the scenes? As you say, the U.S. and China are now in the middle of these trade negotiations. Back in May, China was kind of playing tough. They were not exporting some of the rare earths, the minerals that American companies needed. Now that the negotiations are proceeding, China struck this tentative agreement to be able to ship those again, and the U.S. and China are coming back to the table. And as a result, these companies are going to have a little bit more breathing space. But that's very unusual. You've got export controls, which are typically national security issues, now being traded as part of the trade negotiations.
We're seeing some of the chip makers push higher. But really, the story is around the software names, Cadence, Synopsys, the two that you mentioned, also pushing higher. We'll show those in just a second. The modern-day cutting-edge chip has billions of transistors, right? No human brain can do the blueprint or design for that. But there is some concern here that Huawei in particular, if they are having free access to EDA, that they can use that technology and that software platform to close the gap a little bit, design their own cutting-edge chips. Why is America not more concerned about that, Peter?
Yeah, that's a key issue in the technology race between the two countries. You have the U.S. ahead in a few different key areas. In particular, EDA is one of the most important ones. Of course, semiconductor equipment is another one. The Netherlands ASML is by far the leading player. Huawei, however, has been able to break through some of these barriers. It's become a national champion for China. It's helped try to focus on some of these key bottlenecks that they have. EDA is one of the key areas where, if they're able to use these tools, they can step ahead and design some of these chips. They surprised the world, I'd say, with some of their advancements in semiconductors, particularly this 7-nanometer chip that they used in one of their smartphones in the past. But now they have not been able to make some of the progress, have not been able to move forward quite as quickly. So these tools are going to help them make some of those steps going forward. Again, that's why it's so surprising that they're trading this away in the negotiations between the U.S. and China.